What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dresscast. Have you noticed there's been a lot of stories about airplanes, airports, airplane lineups, immigration at airports, airplane crashes, airport accidents, airplane accidents. There's been, airports are in the news right now. And I wanted to make a couple videos, a segment of videos where I talk about experiences, kind of strange experiences I've had on airplanes or at the airport. And the first one being a flight I was on. This was when I was 16. I was flying alone. I was in Miami and I was coming home to Edmonton. And my plane had to make an emergency landing in Kansas. So it all started off good. I'm on the plane, enjoying the ride. Then all of a sudden, it gets really, really loud. Like the engines, like they're working overtime, gets really, really loud. People are kind of looking at each other like, why are the engines, why does it sound like that? Pilot comes on the speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, this plane is equipped with 4 engines, and currently we had 1 engine that stalled. We have 3 engines, and we can make it to our destination with those 3 engines, so please do not panic and enjoy the rest of the ride. So, you know what? My life is in the hands of this pilot. I try not to worry about it and, continue on the flight. Flight goes on. Some time passes. Plane gets even louder, like super loud, like just you can tell that something's going wrong because the engine is just working super hard, super loud. Pilot comes back on. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, we have lost another engine. We are down to 2. Therefore, we have to make an emergency landing in Kansas. Please do not panic. And at this point, when he says that, the oxygen masks come out of the compartment above. The lights of the cabin all shut off. The oxygen is pumped up. People are screaming. Kids are screaming. People are praying. And at this point, I'm like, I'm a 16-year-old kid. I'm like, oh shit! Like, is this really going on? Is this it? Is this how I go? And but you know what? The pilot, he seemed pretty confident. He was like, I can still land this plane. I can land this plane. It'll be safe. It should be no problem. We just gotta land it right away. So luckily he lands it. When he lands it, perfect landing. Everyone's clapping in the plane. Everyone's really excited. They put everyone on another flight home. They put me on a first class flight home back to Edmonton. Which was a nice gesture, because you know what? It was scary, man. Like they were telling us, they went through all the safety procedures, telling us to put our heads between our legs. You had the oxygen masks on. It was definitely, scary. And hearing people screaming, panicking and stuff, that did not make it any better. I'm already an anxious flyer, and to have that happen, man, that was just the icing on the cake. But, it's a flight that I always remember because of that. I've only ever had to make an emergency landing once. I do have other stories, though, that are pretty interesting that have taken places in airport and in the air, on the airplane. So stay tuned for those. But in the meantime, I want to hear some of your stories. Leave me in the comments just your stories about your flight experiences, whether you've had to make an emergency landing, whether something to you happened at the airport that was strange or funny. I want to hear about it. You can leave me a message. You can call 888-890-DRES 3739. Leave me a message. Let me know. Tell me your story, or just reach out to me on socials. So much news, so much in the news right now about airports and airplanes. I thought it would be interesting to do a segment on everyone's experiences. So happy flying and stay safe out there.